Holger Rune is facing a massive shakeup as he heads toward Roland Garros. After suffering a serious Achilles injury that required surgery, the former world number 4 has seen his ranking slide all the way to 39, meaning he will be unseeded at a Grand Slam for the first time since 2020. This leaves him vulnerable to brutal first-round matchups against top stars like Jannik Sinner or Carlos Alcaraz, though his history of deep runs in Paris suggests he could still be a dangerous spoiler in the draw.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The tennis world is holding its breath as Carlos Alcaraz faces a major health crisis with his right wrist. The Spaniard, who is currently the defending champion at Roland Garros, has been spotted wearing a medical brace and has officially withdrawn from the Madrid Open after his injury proved more severe than initially expected. With crucial medical tests coming up, the urgency is mounting to determine if he can recover in time to defend his title in Paris. The uncertainty surrounding Carlos Alcaraz continues to dominate headlines as he navigates a race against time. Following his withdrawal from the Barcelona and Madrid events, Alcaraz faces a difficult road ahead, needing to protect massive point totals while managing an injury that threatens his availability for the upcoming Rome Masters and the French Open. His team is prioritizing long-term health, but the clock is ticking down to the start of the second Grand Slam of the season. Elsewhere, the tour sees more disruptions as Emma Raducanu has announced yet another withdrawal from the Madrid Open, leaving experts and fans questioning her immediate path forward. With so many top stars facing injury setbacks, the landscape of professional tennis is shifting rapidly. Stay on top of every update by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a beat. Ever wondered how quickly the landscape of professional tennis can shift? Just look at Holger Rune. The young star, who once climbed as high as world number 4, is currently facing a career-defining hurdle as he stares down the barrel of an unseeded nightmare at Roland Garros. It hasn't been an easy road back for Rune. After a serious Achilles injury at the Stockholm Open last October demanded surgery, many experts were already questioning if he would even be fit enough to compete at the US Open later this year. To his credit, Rune pushed through a faster recovery than anyone anticipated, but his journey back to the top has hit a major wall. Missing the Barcelona Open, a tournament he famously won last year by taking down Carlos Alcaraz, was a massive blow. That single absence cost him 500 ranking points, sending him tumbling 12 spots down to world number 39. To put that in perspective, this is his lowest ranking in 2 full years. Here is where the drama really kicks in. Because the seeding cutoff is approaching and he is short on match time, Rune will enter the French Open unseeded for the first time since 2020. Imagine being a top seed like Jannik Sinner or Carlos Alcaraz, only to look at the draw and see a dangerous, battle-tested former top 10 player waiting for you in the very first round. It is a nightmare scenario for everyone involved. But don't count him out just yet. History is on his side. Roland Garros has always been Rune's sanctuary, boasting a 76% win rate at the tournament with consecutive quarterfinal finishes in 2022 and 2023. Let us not forget that his breakout run in 2022 actually started as an unseeded player, proving he knows exactly how to thrive when the deck is stacked against him. With 5 weeks to refine his form before the action kicks off on May 24, we are about to find out if this slump is just a footnote or the start of a massive resurgence. What do you think? Can an unseeded Rune shock the world once again in Paris? Or is the pressure finally catching up to him? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up with every twist and turn of the clay court season. Sometimes, the most dangerous players are the ones with absolutely nothing to lose. Could the throne at Roland Garros be left vacant this year? The tennis world is holding its breath as Carlos Alcaraz deals with a wrist injury that is turning from a minor setback into a genuine crisis. The world number 2, who was recently spotted sporting a protective brace, gave a sobering update to the media, admitting that his participation in the upcoming French Open is far from guaranteed. It is a tough pill to swallow for a defending champion who looked poised to dominate the clay court season. Alcaraz revealed that his focus right now is entirely on upcoming medical tests, which will dictate whether he can step back onto the court or if he needs more recovery time. Having already been forced to withdraw from the Barcelona and Madrid events, the clock is ticking loudly. Former pro Feliciano Lopez highlighted just how tricky these wrist injuries can be, noting that even a simple inflamed tendon can sideline a player for months. He suggested that while Rome might be out of the question, the goal remains the Paris clay. But can you really rush back from a joint injury on the most grueling surface in the sport? The uncertainty is palpable, and the reality is that without its young superstar, the French Open landscape changes entirely. We want to know your thoughts. Do you think he should play it safe and skip Paris to preserve his long-term career, or is the title too important to miss? Drop a comment below and let us know your take. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our support links in the description to help us keep bringing you the latest stories from around the court. Remember, in tennis, the biggest matches aren't just played against opponents, but against your own body. Is the reign of the young king of tennis hitting its first major roadblock? Carlos Alcaraz, a name synonymous with explosive energy and unstoppable momentum, has just dropped a bombshell that has the tennis world holding its breath. The star has officially pulled out of the Madrid Open, and with the French Open looming just weeks away, his participation at Roland Garros is suddenly hanging in the balance. It is a tough pill to swallow for fans, especially considering Alcaraz has now been forced to withdraw from his home tournament in Madrid for 2 consecutive years. The root of the problem: a nagging, mysterious wrist injury that is proving far more stubborn than anyone anticipated. After initial scans, the situation is delicate enough that Alcaraz is being forced to prioritize his long-term career over short-term glory. It is a sobering reminder that even the world's best athletes are only as strong as their bodies allow them to be. While Alcaraz recently made a high-profile appearance at the Laureus World Sports Awards, taking home the Sportsman of the Year trophy over legends like Jannik Sinner and Mondo Duplantis, the victory felt bittersweet. Behind the cameras and the awards, there is the grind of rehabilitation and the mental toll of being sidelined. He has a massive 3,000 ATP points to defend from his dominant run last year, and this absence is inevitably going to widen the gap between him and the current world number 1. Carlos himself admits the days feel long as he waits for that next, all-important scan. He is preaching patience, but in the fast-paced world of professional tennis, time is the one luxury these athletes rarely have. As he put it, he has to listen to his body now to ensure he isn't sacrificing his future. It is a mature, calculated approach, but it definitely leaves a void on the court. We are at a critical juncture where the trajectory of the season could shift entirely based on what those medical results show. I want to hear from you. Do you think Alcaraz is making the right call by playing it safe, or should he be pushing harder to make it to Paris? Drop a comment below and let's discuss his chances. And if you want to stay in the loop with all the latest updates on this unfolding story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Remember, sometimes the most important match an athlete plays is the one against their own recovery. Is the future of tennis hanging by a thread, or is this just the price of modern athleticism? Tennis fans are holding their collective breath as Carlos Alcaraz drops a bombshell that no one wanted to hear. His appearance at Roland Garros is anything but guaranteed. The Spanish Phenom admits he is not at 100%, revealing that upcoming medical tests will be the final word on his clay court campaign. It is a sobering reminder that even the most talented bodies have limits, and watching Alcaraz plead for patience is a stark contrast to the explosive energy he usually brings to the baseline. It makes you wonder, are we pushing these athletes too far, too fast? Meanwhile, the narrative of uncertainty continues to swirl around Emma Raducanu. After another withdrawal from the Madrid Open, the tennis world is left scrambling for answers. Even experts like Laura Robson are struggling to read the tea leaves, describing her current status as a total unknown. It is a strange, flickering chapter for a star who once seemed destined for constant glory. When talent is so clearly present but the physical consistency is absent, the frustration for the fans is palpable. Are these just growing pains for a new generation, or are we witnessing a deeper issue with the grind of the professional tour? What do you think? Is it time for these players to take longer breaks, Or is the risk worth the reward? Drop a comment below with your take, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this story unfolds. After all, in a sport defined by seconds and centimeters, one wrong step is all it takes to change everything.